Roma taking on Lazio at Stadio Olimpico. That's happening at 12 p.m. on Sunday on Paramount Plus. Jose Mourinho, the manager of Roma, taking on Maurizio Sarri, the manager of Lazio. Inject this managerial matchup straight into my veins, Matteo. Who do you think has the edge in this one?
Oh, it's tough to say, but maybe the slightest edge goes to Roma. I've been so impressed by some spurts of what we've seen from Jose Mourinho's Roma this season. The way that he integrates the midfield, the way that he's turned Pellegrini into maybe one of the three best midfielders in the league, getting forward, scoring goals, along with Jordan Vera too. The movement up front between the likes of Mkhitaryan and Tammy Abraham, and it's all working so fast. You know, Jimmy, Roma fans, the enthusiasm that they showed for Mourinho this summer, it's like as if they didn't care what happened in the Premier League. They didn't care that he got sacked at Tottenham and that maybe it didn't work out and maybe he lost that special one je ne sais quoi, right? that mystique that he had when he was at Inter and he won the treble. On the other side, Maurizio Sarri isn't really coming off the best spell with Juventus, even though he won the Scudetto. It still felt like he had broken a locker room. And I know this firsthand that the players didn't really get along with him. There was a bit of a disconnect there. So my biggest curiosity early on the season was to see, are we going to ever get the Maurizio Sarri from his time at Napoli when everything was going right, when Sarrismo was basically invented to the larger masses? Or is it going to be a different kind of Maurizio Sarri? Is he still the same manager, or is something kind of crept in where he just doesn't have that same sort of feeling with the locker room? But we've seen some very good moments from Lazio as well. Ciro Immobile has got more than a goal a game, 5 goals in 4 matches. And the thing that Lazio have more than anything, Jimmy, is that quartet that attacks together, that's been playing together since like 2016. You think of Milinkovic-Savic, Luis Alberto, Ciro Immobile, and then they have the protection back from Lucas Leiva. It's a team that knows who they are so well. It's a team that's really maintained that identity, that has a clear style when they get forward into the final third.
So what I want to add really quick while we're talking about Maurizio Sarri and Lazio, and Marco, I'm going to throw this one to you, is that under Maurizio Sarri at Napoli, we had Higuain lead Serie A in scoring, 36 goals, maybe his best ever professional season, right? So he got the best out of that particular player. And then when he went to Chelsea, Eden Hazard statistically had his best ever professional season. So, and even when he went to Juve, Cristiano Ronaldo still scored over 30 goals. He had 33, I think, that particular season. So he does push the buttons in the right way to have success, whether the players like him or not, Matteo. So I wonder now what's going to happen with Ciro the Hero Immobile. As you mentioned, he's got 5 of the 11 Lazio goals. They started off very, very well, and it was like, sorry, ball is in full effect. Let's go. But after playing against Milan at the San Siro, they lost 2-0, and I think they got found out a little bit there. Then they lost to Galatasaray in the Europa League, and then they just come off a 2-2 draw against Cagliari. Now they're on a 3-game winless streak. They're playing against Torino midweek, and then they got Roma, of course. So what do you think with regard to what he maybe has to do to kind of unlock things again, because it seems like he's kind of hit maybe his first bump in the road with Lazio?
Yeah, I think in regards to Ciro Immobile, the guy in Serie A is always going to score. I think no matter what coach we got, he will score goals. I know Lazio fans, they were very concerned because of the 4-3-3. They were scared if Immobile was going to do it. The guy will do it anywhere. When he's wearing the Lazio jersey, he's just unbelievable. And I think one of the exciting things also to backtrack when Sarri went to Juventus was that the amount of, he's great with center forwards. He's great with strikers. They always score goals, with him. So I think that part, they'll be fine. I think with Lazio, we all got ahead of ourselves a little bit, as Giuseppe Rossi would say to our other guy, Mike Grella, who was already saying Lazio are Scudetto favorites. They're going to go on to win the league. We realized that Sarrismo, it takes time. They started on a great foot, and I think it also because that this Lazio team was built for a manager like Sarri, considering the midfield that they had. So they were able to start off on a good front. But I don't think that this Lazio will have what it takes to challenge for the league or to challenge for these big moments. But having said that, what my biggest memory of Roma Lazio is always that form, I don't want to say doesn't matter in this match, but it's a little bit to the side, because no matter what happens, this is the most important match of the year in Rome. I mean, they care about this almost more than where they're going to finish on the table, because if you live in Rome, you have the bragging rights of your family that's a Lazio fan, or the other one is a Roma fan, that you never want to lose this game. So no matter what, every single player leading up to this match knows what comes in at this. And oftentimes I feel like it lends itself to a draw, which is kind of my prediction for what's going to happen. I'm on both sides because I love Mourinho. I love Sarri. I love everything that's happening in Rome, but I think it'll be a draw.
Okay. That's for all you betting people out there. Now, I do want to bring up two subplots. The first one is around Marco Ianni, who was part of the backroom staff for Maurizio Sarri and still is. Maurizio Sarri, excuse me, when he was at Chelsea. And there was an incident in a 2-2 draw between Chelsea and Man United when Mourinho was there that basically Ianni got into Mourinho's face and was like celebrating right in front of him. And it was a pretty big deal. It obviously sparked a lot of controversy. Mourinho said that he came out, at some point got an apology from Ianni about it. But now they're going to face each other again for the first time since that incident. That should be a lot of fun. So, Matteo, what's your thoughts on that? And then also Pedro, because Pedro left Roma to join Lazio, which sounds like it should be illegal. Like, how is that even possible that you can leave? It's like going from Barcelona to Real Madrid, or even though we've seen that a few times, Luis Figo, I'm looking at you. But to go straight from Roma to Lazio just seems so unacceptable in so many different ways. I don't even know if I can look at Pedro in the face anymore. I don't even know the guy. I've disowned him as a player.
What's weird about that is that Milan and Inter, which is the other same town rivalry, right? You have so many players in history that have gone between the two. But with Roma and Lazio, spending time in Rome, you realize that it is bragging rights, like what Marco said, but it's so much more than that. It's like political affiliations, it's split families, it's all sorts of heavy stuff that is intertwined in this. Like, they literally live for this Roma-Lazio derby that happens twice a year in Serie A. It's so heated. It's so intense. Unfortunately, we've seen some really terrible things happen as well outside the stadium, inside the stadium. Like that, it's just been, it's one of the they say calde, right? Like the heat in the rivalry is maybe as much as any rivalry that you'll have anywhere in the world. As for Pedro, though, makes total sense to me, Jimmy. Maurizio Sarri loves those high IQ players. It doesn't matter that he's 34 years old. He wants that player that can really run that system in the final third, where Sarri, by the way, preaches he wants complete organization the first 70 meters, and then the final third, the last 30, he wants complete freedom. So what better player than someone who understands the movements as well as Pedro does, that's played for Pep Guardiola at Barcelona, that's played in some amazing sides. I mean, that's the kind of experience where it's a perfect mix with the youth that Lazio also have. I thought it was a very smart short-term signing for a player that Sarri, you can understand why I'd love to utilize him.
Yeah, he's dead to me, Matteo. I don't even know what you said. I wasn't even paying attention.